Good morning students, welcome back. Myself Kukureja Rahul. Today we are to see about the exercise 8.2 from chapter number 8. Okay. So as per the previous session, first of all we have seen midpoint theorem. Okay. In the previous session we have seen question number 11 of the exercise 8.1 and also midpoint theorem. That is the midpoint theorem. What is the midpoint theorem? That is if in the triangle both of the side, okay, in the triangle in the both of the side there is a midpoint are given, so that line, okay, that is passes through the midpoint, they are parallel to the third side, okay, and half of the third side. And converse of midpoint theorem, that is the if in the one side there is a midpoint is given and that line that is passes through the midpoint are the parallel to the third side, okay, so that is the always intersect, that is the second side of the midpoint that are intersect that are intersect to the second side at the midpoint, so that point also called that midpoint, okay. So they are divide that side into the two parts, so that's why we have to say them it's a midpoint, okay. So that is the midpoint theorem and converse of midpoint theorem, okay, that are the used in the exercise 8.2, okay. So let's start. Standard 9 and name of the chapter, that is quadrilateral. Exercise 8.2, question number 1. ABCD is a quadrilateral in which PQR and S are the midpoint of the side AB, BC and CD, and AD. AC is a diagonal, show that. So first of all we have to draw the figure. Here my figure is given like this. So ABCD is a given. Here is the quadrilateral ABCD and PQRS are the midpoints of the AB, BC and CD. PQRS, PQRS, okay, and AC is one of the diagonal as a given. Clear? So this kind of the shape is given. So first of all I write the given things, that are P, Q, R and S are the midpoints of side AB, BC, CD and AD respectively. Now for the second thing, that is we have to prove that the things we have to prove that is first is SR is parallel to the AC. Second thing, that is SR is equal to the half of AC. Third thing, we have to prove that PQ equal to SR and PQRS is a parallelogram. We need to prove that PQRS is a parallelogram. So these four things we have to prove. So let's start for the proof. Okay. In the proof, first of all we have to see that in the triangle ADC or ABC, any one of them you have to take first, okay. I'll take first in triangle ADC. in triangle ADC, S and R, the midpoints are the midpoints of AD and CD. Okay, so therefore by midpoint theorem, midpoint theorem, we have to say that SR is parallel to the AC and SR is equal to the half of AC. Clear that? SR is equal to the AC and SR is equal to half of AC. Okay, so we have to give them as a equation 1. Now in triangle ABC, P and Q are the midpoints of side AB and BC. So therefore by midpoint theorem, we have to say that PQ is parallel to SR and PQ is equal to half of SR. This is second one. From equation 1 and 2, we can see that SR is parallel to the AC and PQ is parallel to the SR. So therefore PQ is parallel to the AC. And in the second thing, that is SR is equal to half of AC. Here is some mistake by me. Okay, please correct that. By the midpoint theorem in triangle ABC, we have to say that PQ is parallel to the AC and PQ is a half of AC. Okay, so correct at this place, that is PQ is parallel to AC and PQ is half of AC. Okay, so therefore PQ is parallel to the SR and here we are also that PQ is equal to the also half of AC. Therefore we have to write that PQ is equal to the SR. Okay, therefore in quadrilateral PQSR, PQ is parallel to SR and PQ is equal to SR. Therefore PQRS is a parallelogram. Hence proved. Clear that? So please note down this first. After we have to move for the second question. Clear that? Now we have to move for the question number 2. Okay. Question number 2 are also the same kind of that we have to use properties of the midpoints. Okay, so let's start. There is a question that is ABCD is a rhombus and PQRS are the midpoint of the sides of AB, BC and CD respectively. Show that quadrilateral PQRS is a rectangle. Here is that given ABCD is a rhombus. Okay, ABCD is a rhombus and PQRS are the midpoint of the ABCD, AB, BC, CD, AD. AB, BC, CD and AD. Okay, so we have to prove that it is a quadrilateral PQRS is a rectangle. Okay, quadrilateral PQRS is a rectangle, we need to prove that. So in the given ABCD is a rhombus okay, so I'll draw that properties of the AB rhombus, that is diagonals are bisect each other at right angle. Okay, diagonals are bisect each other at right angle. Okay, and I'll name that point as a O. Now to prove that is ABCD, sorry, not ABCD but PQRS is a rectangle. Okay, we need to prove that PQRS is a rectangle. So first of all I'll give you a intersection point, it here M and it here N. Okay, so let's start to prove. In the proof we see that in triangle ABC, P and Q are midpoint of the AC. In triangle ABC, we see that P and Q are the midpoints. Therefore, by midpoint theorem, we say that PQ is parallel to the AC and PQ is equal to the half of AC. Okay, clear that in triangle ABC, P and Q are the midpoint of the AB and BC. So that's why by the midpoint theorem we say that PQ is parallel to AC and PQ is a half of AC. Okay, now we are seeing that in triangle ADC. Now we are moving for the triangle ADC. In triangle ADC, SN are the midpoints S and R the midpoints, therefore by midpoint theorem we also said that SR is parallel to AC and SR is parallel to AC and SR is equal to the half of AC. Okay, so this is equation 1 and this is my equation 2 from 1 and 2. Okay, from 1 and 2 we have said that PQ is parallel to AC and SR is parallel to AC. So PQ is parallel to SR and PQ is half of AC and also SR is half of AC. Therefore PQ is equal to the SR. Okay, so therefore one pair of the opposite sides are equal and parallel, so we have to say that there is a parallelogram. So therefore PQRS is a parallelogram. Okay, now PQRS proved that it's a parallelogram. Now we have to prove that it is a rectangle. So for that PQ is parallel to SR. PQ is parallel to SR. Therefore we also say that MQ is parallel to the ON. MQ is parallel to the ON. There is a part of the parallel lines are parallel. Part of the parallel lines are always parallel. Okay, part of the parallel lines are parallel, and also we have to say that here QR is parallel to the BC because of Q and R the midpoints in triangle BCD. Q and R the midpoints, therefore QR is parallel to the BD. Therefore QR is parallel to BD, therefore part of the lines, that is QN, is parallel to the MO. Okay, therefore QN is parallel to the MO. Because of the part of the parallel lines are parallel. Okay, parts of the parallel lines are parallel. So for that MQ is parallel to the ON and QN is parallel to MO. Therefore we also write that MO and Q, therefore MO and Q is also a parallelogram. Okay, so in that we know that opposite angles of parallelogram are equal. Therefore angle MON is equal to the angle MON equal to the angle MQN. Opposite angles of parallelogram are equal. Okay, opposite angles of parallelogram are equal. So therefore MON is, that is a 90. Therefore MQN is also 90. Okay, so one angle of the parallelogram are 90 degree. So that's why we have to say that it is a rectangle. I'll write it here. Okay, please move forward it here. In parallelogram PQRS, angle PQR is equal to 90 degree. Therefore, PQRS is a rectangle. Okay, one angle of the parallelogram are 90 degree, so that's why we have to say that it is a rectangle. Okay, so please note down this. Clear? Now we have to move for the question number 4, not a 3. Okay, we have to first of all take a question number 4 because it's a easy one and it's a shorter one than question number 3, and there, because of the lack of the timing, we have to first of all take question number 4. Okay, and next session we are move for the question number 3. So question number 4 is given like, here is the trapezium is given ABCD, and given that AB is parallel to the CD and A is a midpoint, and A is midpoint of AD is given. Okay, so first of all we have to construct EF is parallel to the CD, parallel to the AB. Okay, and diagonal BD intersect EF at M to prove that is F is also a midpoint of BC. Okay, here we have to use the converse of the midpoint theorem. Okay, because parallel things are given. So in the proof, in triangle ABD, in triangle ADB, EM is parallel to the AB because of the part of the parallel lines are parallel, and A is midpoint of AB, sorry, not AB, that's a AD. Okay, therefore by converse of midpoint theorem, okay, therefore by converse of midpoint theorem, M is also a midpoint of BD. Okay, clear that? By converse of the midpoint theorem, EM is parallel to AB and E is a midpoint, therefore M is also midpoint of the BD. Now in triangle BCD, we have to take in triangle BCD. MF is parallel to CD because of the part of the parallel lines are parallel. Clear? Part of the parallel lines are parallel. Clear? Part of the parallel lines are parallel. So now in MF parallel to CD and M is midpoint. M is midpoint of BD. Therefore, by converse of midpoint theorem, we should say that F is also midpoint of the BC. F is also midpoint of BC. Clear? So hence proved. This is the easiest one and most comfortable question, and that's asked in the also in the 2 marks question. Okay. Here EMA parallel to AB and MF parallel to CD, that are the part of the parallel lines. If you want, then you have to also write that part of parallel sides are parallel, and here also part of parallel sides are parallel. Okay, clear that? I hope all of you are enjoying this class. Okay, so first of all you have to note down this part, then after we have to complete this lecture. So students, I hope all of you are enjoying this class, and this is the midpoint theorem that we are learned. Okay, so question number 3, that is a long question as per the question number 2. Okay, so that's why I'll take that question in the next session. Okay, so that from the next session we are seeing that question number 3, 4, so not 4, question number 3, 5 and 6 and 7. Okay, so that questions are seen in the next session. So till then, I hope you are enjoying this class. If you have any query, so notify me. Okay, so till then, goodbye and stay blessed.